Denizens of Darkness was released in 2002 and edited by Andrew Hackard. It is the monster manual for the 3rd edition of the RAVENLOFT campaign setting. Art is done by Jeff Holt, Jamie Powers, Aaron Siddell, James Stowe, Drew Tucker, Melissa Urin, and Bob Gladderich, with cover design by Rob Thompson. It is 176 pages and contains over 100 monsters. This monster manual contains most of the monsters unique to the RAVENLOFT campaign setting 2nd edition, but with stats for the 3rd edition. It covers the RAVENLOFT Monsters Compendium 1 and the RAVENLOFT Monsters Compendium 3, and a lot of the monsters introduced in RAVENLOFT modules and supplements. It also adds a few new monsters within. The book itself is good for a monster manual and contains a surprising amount of monsters. My only problem with this book is the art. When White Wolf took over RAVENLOFT, the art took a real nosedive. I usually don't comment on the art unless I like it because I think the art is subjective, but here it really bugged me. There's also no inclusion of an index, which would have been useful. A few years later, when 3.5 came out, this book was given a reprint and retitled. It was basically the same as this book, but with 3.5 changes, so not much was actually changed. I do not recommend this book unless you really want to play RAVENLOFT in 3rd edition and you just need the stats for the monsters. If you play 3.5, get the 3.5 version. If you play 5th edition and want a RAVENLOFT campaign but don't want to track down all of the 2nd edition RAVENLOFT products and can convert 3rd edition to 5th edition, then this will be the most comprehensive place to get all the monsters. Otherwise, skip it. Bloodsuckers and other beasties. Fiends prowl the oppressed world of RAVENLOFT, inflicting their whims on a terrorized populace. From the cunning werewolves to terrible artificial constructs to the monstrous lords of the domains, evil dominates the night. In the grand tradition of the Monster Manual and Creature Catalog, Denizens of Darkness presents a whole new host of enemies for adventures in the RAVENLOFT world to face. Malevolent and malign, these creatures lurk in the darkness, to be challenged by noble heroes fighting to take back a world that should belong to them.